Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is justreaddvi. Thank you guys for coming. I'm super excited to be able to share this review with you guys today. I'm going to be reviewing not one but two books, Rhythms and What My Mother Never Told Me by Donna. Great reads, great reads. They were amazing. So before I get into the reviews though, I just wanted to share the whole road to 100 books for the year 2021. Super excited about that, and I have a lot coming. I am still going to share with you guys the video on saving with reading, buying cheap books, reading for free, borrowing for free. Yes, stay tuned for that. And then in February, I am also going to be doing a love book challenge. So I'm only going to be doing reading and reviewing books about love. So yes, stay tuned. Now let's get into this review. So Rhythms. Rhythms is a book about pain, love, shame, and some suffering, but shame and family secrets, and how shame leads you to keep secrets and ruin generations or hurt generations. So that book was just really deep. The first book to ever make me cry. It was just phenomenal. Wow, So the book, the main character Cora, she is pursuing singing. She moves to Chicago where she's raped, and that stems the whole trauma of everything. And yeah, so my likes and dislikes of the book. I would say my likes was the character development. She was phenomenal in how she just took such care in developing each character. It just flowed, the plot, it was just beautiful. The pace of the book was consistent. Definitely got sped up at certain moments when certain events happened. I love a moderate / fast book. I'm a fast reader and I just don't really like slow books. So if it starts slow and it gets better, fine, I'll bear it. But if it's just really slow throughout the whole book, I lose interest. So yeah. Favorite / least favorite thing, as far as dislike, my dislike was the rape. But that's not really a dislike. That's more or less my least thing, so I'll say that now. So my favorite thing was the love that David had for Cora. It was just so deep and beautiful. My least favorite thing was definitely when she was raped. That was a super tough scene. Super tough part to read. You know, it was definitely a hard event to get through. About it being timeless, this book was definitely timeless, very relatable. Like I said, if you read in a book that it doesn't necessarily have to be something you experience, it could be something you know of, but the traveling, like the fact that you're able to travel back in time to segregation and, you know, racism and all of that stuff was just amazing. Like you felt like you were there. I felt like I was there. So it was really beautiful, and yeah, I would definitely say it's timeless. Would I recommend this book to everybody? Could everybody read it? Definitely. Absolutely, I would say everybody could read this book. It just had so much different qualities and realistic features. Yeah, everybody could read this book. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. I pretty much just said that. And as far as Just Read stars, I would definitely give it 5 out of 5. It was an amazing book. I cried at the end, when Cora was on her deathbed telling her granddaughter Paris, because I'm leading into What My Mother Never Told Me, telling her granddaughter Paris that her mother was alive and she wasn't dead, and you know, she couldn't show her love because she was raped. And being that Emma was a product of rape, she struggled with that. So she couldn't really see love for her. She just saw her father, who was the rapist. And it was just the saddest thing, because then the shackles started to be broken, the chains. That's when, you know, the secrets weren't secrets anymore. So that was a really big part, and it like I said, when it was finished, I was like, oh my gosh, you can't leave me hanging. Like, there has to be a part 2 to this book. And I was elated, so happy when I found out that What My Mother Never Told Me was part 1 to Rhythms, part 2 to Rhythms. So yes, super excited to now talk about What My Mother Never Told Me part 2. So part 2 now is the granddaughter Paris's story of how she is now trying to find her mother, Emma, who she thought was dead because her grandparents raised her. So here she is on this journey trying to find her mother and tell her that her grandmother loved her, which was Cora, which is Emma's mother. So Emma grew up not feeling love, not experiencing love from her mother, Cora, at all, because obviously she was a raped baby. So it was hard for her mother, Cora, to come to terms with that. So now Paris went to find out all the answers to the questions that she had about why you leave me, why would you rather I think that you're dead than me know the truth about where you are or who you are. So that was a deep book because she denied her daughter not once, not twice, but 3 times when she came looking for her. I would definitely say that was the hardest part for me. So that was definitely my least favorite part of the book. My favorite part of the book was that she managed to put love. There was this beautiful love story once again in this book also. So that was really touching. My likes and dislikes. My likes were definitely that she could sing also like her grandmother. Paris was a singer, beautiful singer. And my favorite part of the book was that she was able to make a career out of it, whereas Cora got shot down because when she was raped, she came back home. And that was a very hard part of the book because you knew she had so much talent and she was going places and she had such big dreams. And after that, it kind of just knocked her down. So to see that Paris kind of was living, her dreams and being successful in doing that, it was amazing. Is this book timeless? Definitely timeless because it touches on not only Paris's story of finding her mother and trying to find out why her mother did certain stuff and get answers to certain things that her mother did. It tapped into 2 of her friends. Donna Hill inserted friends of hers that were struggling with their mothers and, had questions also as to why don't you love me? Do you love me? And so why not? Why have you always treated me in this manner? So that was really beautiful also, that it was not just Paris' story, but it tied in how, women sometimes hide the trauma so deep and issues and past histories of stuff that they have experienced, and they don't really put it on the front line and explain to their daughters, the importance of certain stuff and how tragic it could be when certain stuff happens, and don't do this because I did it and I failed, or this happened when I did it. So it really tapped into that mother-daughter relationship or lack thereof, and I really like that because I think everybody could relate. Well, women for sure could relate when it comes to that. Could everybody read this book? Absolutely, everybody could read these books. I'm sure you will find them as touching as me, maybe even more. And there were things to learn, there were things to learn from them also. So yes, would I recommend? Absolutely, I would recommend them right now for you guys. Go get them, read them. They were amazing. And definitely comment if you've read it before. If you like this review, and let me know what you think as far as my views, if you agree, if you disagree. I would love to have a conversation in the comments with you guys. So yeah, just read stars. How many stars would I give this book? These books, how would I rate them? Both of these books have 5 stars for me. Rhythms, I was already feeling like there's nothing else she could do in this book that would be amazing, but how she ended it, it was just like, wow. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be aware of all of my new videos. Thank you.